The debate, called "Is Technology Pulling Its Weight in the Fight Against Climate Change?", considered whether UK companies are using their technological expertise effectively enough to combat growing climate change issues. Delegates heard from business leaders, scientists and economists that although much had been done, there was much more that could be achieved.
Now, recent events have sent expectations soaring. Just as we expect low-carbon innovation to carry us to our climate change objectives, so politicians everywhere are now jumping on the bandwagon that will also lay the foundations of economic recovery. One of President Obama's priorities is the development of a smart grid that uses digital technology to allow two-way communication between electricity generators and customers, thus achieving a huge advance in energy efficiency. And closer to home, the Conservatives, in their recent document for a low-carbon economy, are also interested in the smart grid, and of course the government is drafting at the minute its plans for a low-carbon industrial growth strategy. So what this all adds up to is the race is on, and the race is on to develop the technology behind this, to develop a global marketplace for low-carbon investment, which is about to get much more competitive.
Also present were representatives of organisations such as the World Wildlife Fund, who were able to highlight the most pressing environmental issues.
In the direct operations, the direct carbon footprint, yes, there is good progress, yes, there is a good understanding, there's good management, there are good vocal targets out there. But number two, we're not yet focusing on the enabling technologies to really deliver carbon savings. We can really start to target solutions at high carbon activities. The companies in this sector can be far better at assessing the business opportunities in this space. And then finally, we can see far more leadership in terms of advocating, lobbying and promoting a low-carbon future to unleash the opportunities that fit so well with this sector.
Delegates were given a scientific presentation on the current state of the global climate, and they heard that technology was the key to underpinning any efforts to combat global warming.
Technology clearly has to be a key part of the solution. If we look at conventional productivity growth, technology is essentially what delivers over the longer term productivity improvement. So we've got to take some of the productivity that we've got in a customary fashion in terms of labour and capital productivity and divert some of that effort of technology into delivering as a greater contribution of carbon productivity. But I think there's sometimes a false debate that gets going on the issue of what we need to do to deliver a low-carbon society, which is people who emphasise technology will then say, well, of course, we don't need so much from carbon pricing, or we don't need so much from economic behaviour, or we don't need political frameworks to be put in place so quickly. We actually need all of these things. We need the economic and political infrastructure. We need behavioural change, we need business strategies that are consistent with a low-carbon society. And underpinning all of this, we need a bigger contribution from technology.
The debate heard that green innovation was the key to pulling the UK out of economic downturn, whilst also meeting climate change commitments.